We would like to introduce Ravikant sir. He is a principal of the Lyceum School, Hyderabad.
Namaskaram Varalakshmi ma'am, and namaskaram to the complete team of EQ Shala. I'm glad that I've got an opportunity to share some space on screen with you all and to share certain thoughts that I've got in my mind about students, schooling, and other elements related. So, as you have introduced me, I am Ravikant Perikulambil, the principal of Lyceum the school located in Hyderabad, and I am a CBSE resource person as well as global ambassador of All India Educators Forum, as well as I'm the founder director of Srinarayani Teacher Training Center, a small initiative taken as to make the vision of NEP 2020, that is lifelong learning, uh, you know, uh, successful for all the teachers.
The lifelong learning is one of the important traits that we need to have. So today we have an interesting question for you. Uh, at AQ Shala, I work with teenagers, parents, predominantly through a lot of programs, especially on the emotional intelligence, overcoming digital distractions, enhancing focus. How do we use emotions as a stepping stone? Because we all know that the teenagers go through a lot of changes. So today, since you are here, we would like to hear from you. As a teacher, as a principal, you're working with a lot of teenagers year on year. So would like to hear from you, what are some of the challenges that you see in today's teenagers?
Yeah. So I am very much happy that you have put across this question to me, ma'am, because as a person very closely associated with teenagers at school, I always wanted someone to hear to this, and I always wanted to share my ideas also with people and my view about this particular thing. Because coming to teenagers, all 80% of things that we hear about teenagers is complaints, but no one actually understand what they are coming across or what they are undergoing. Though we have been into their shoes at once, and though we have been teenagers at one point of time in our life, when it comes to the position of being a teacher or parent, we forget all those things that we underwent and we only start judging children, which I believe is not what a matured person should do. First and foremost thing that I would like to quote as a part of today's discussion is the social challenges which we come across with the students. And while dealing with today's teenagers, the major problem that we come across is social media and technology. Because children have access. First and foremost thing is that I believe strongly that until a person completes his or her 18 years of age, they are not supposed to register themselves under any social media platform. But today, unfortunately, if we look into many children, there are many children who are registering themselves with wrong age, and few children are just swiping or scrolling and observing what is happening in the society, whereas few children are trying to be active there, okay, which is not correct on their part. And there is third category of teenagers who are misusing it, and fourth category is who are getting exploited by it. And at the end of every event, who is being targeted? The child himself or herself is being targeted for lacking proper guidance as in how to use that particular social media for a technological platform.
You touched an important point that is very close to my heart. One of the programs that we run specifically for this is Manage Digital Distraction and Excel Academically. So today, somehow, somewhere, every kid has got introduced to gadgets one way or the other, and they get into hours and hours of scrolling without even their knowledge. That is happening to adults also, but it's so sad that the prime years dedicated for learning and skill building is getting lost in all these things.
Like a bird always ensures that she is supporting her or his child until he or she, the baby bird, is able to fly. The same way, see, we have to change when the times change. Okay, maybe like tomorrow It will be like there are people who are making money from social media platforms also. Isn't it an art? I believe there should be proper guidance for the students. And who else can become the best guides other than what do we say, like teachers and parents? I would like to add one more point here. Recently, I've been to one of the historical monuments of Hyderabad, and I have seen that I have found at least 10 to 15 influencers over there. They were speaking about the monument on their channel. It is being recorded. So this has become part and parcel of human life in this century. So if properly guided, children can definitely excel in social media and technology as well. It can become a boon for the students. So social media and technology can help the students, and actually it is becoming a challenge between the adults and the teenagers. But provided if we can take it a step ahead and we can sit with the children, sit with the teenagers, explain them the advantages and disadvantages and guide them properly over it, definitely this challenge is going to become what we say strength for all the teenagers. I believe the next challenge is peer pressure and belongingness. Children are influenced by their peers. So actually, they have a small life within the classroom. That is their life with their friends, their peers. You know, each and everything said by the opposite person, opposite classmate, has a great effect on the minds of these children. And we cannot just leave this like that. We have to digest this particular element or an aspect as the generational change that is happening. Those days are gone wherein children used to sit when mother or father used to ask them to sit and stand if they ask them, to stand. It's not like that. Today, we have to maintain a very cordial and friendly relationship with the student because that is what uh, teenagers are expecting us to do. Not only teenagers, right from toddlers, they want their parents or any adult whom they come across to be good friends of them. The pressure becomes a pressure if child is not having, a teenager is not having proper communication with the teacher or parent. Because the teacher is saying something, the parent is saying something, and the peer discussions which is happening is completely different for these two things. There, out of 100 students, how many teenagers have got friendly parents? How many teenagers have got friendly teachers? I believe only in this particular point, everyone should come to a conclusion. There should be a proper understanding between the society, teacher, parent, and then all together we need to help the students to understand this thing of peer pressure and work positively towards the actual discussions that happen among them, help him to identify what is fruitful in peer discussions and what is not fruitful for him or her in the peer discussions and go towards it.
Yeah, you touched upon a very important point on peer pressure. Peers, see, adolescent ages, we all know that we all learn from peers for sure, right? Because their world is, anyways, now expanding beyond parents. So we cannot expect a teenager to just listen to parents and learn only from them, because they're going to see the real world and learn from peers and the external world. And as you said, teachers play a great role. Many students look up to teachers as role models too. And peer pressure builds up when the kid is not able to express themselves freely, right? Today, I feel that there is a lack of time and space for the kid to express their thoughts freely and convey what they actually feel. So that builds up within, and then for anything and everything what others say, they take it as a pressure. Otherwise, there is always a way to communicate, even though others pressurizes us. Whether we take it as a pressure or not depends on us, isn't it? If we lack vocabulary, if we are not aware of our own emotions, the chances of we getting influenced is much more. I feel that is what is happening, and precisely in our program we discuss all this, and kids have seen the transformation. once they become aware of their emotions and learn the vocabulary to express themselves freely in a respectful manner, it doesn't have to be disrespectful. They can freely express, and that helps them to say no effectively to their peers wherever they have to, and still maintain their identity without compromising their identity for the sake of peer pressure or to fit in the peer group.
I believe there is one more challenge that we come across when we are dealing with identity formation. In ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th grades, maybe you are giving them a work, or maybe you are asking the children to complete a project work, or maybe you're dealing with them in the classroom. There is one important factor that we should never, try to overrule them, or we should never try to insult these teenagers, or we have to always ensure that they are feeling safe while they are answering you back or while they are talking to any adult, maybe it's parents or teacher. So if they feel that our way of communicating with them is somewhere, rubbing the issue of their identity, then there will be lots of communication gap that is going to arise between that particular student, that particular teenager, and the group of adults who are dealing with him or her. And let me tell you one important factor over here. When it is all about the identity of the child, we should treat child as an individual and a respectful citizen. They might be younger to us. See, in many ways, they might be different from us, and there are many things wherein which they have to accomplish also. But still, they deserve all that respect which a human being deserves. If identity issues arise in between a student that is a teenager and the adult who is dealing with that particular teenager, then definitely there will be lots of communication gap, which is being carried by this child for years together.
If they feel that they are not respected, if they are not heard, if they are not being allowed to express themselves, that is where then they find ways and platforms where they can go express themselves, be themselves. And sometimes we do see disruptive behaviors, sometimes in classrooms also, right? Where a kid trying to always grab attention. Underlying, if we see, there are chances that that person was not given an opportunity to be seen, and so the attention grabbing thing is happening. So somewhere I need to grab the attention, so I deserve that, I want to be seen, right? That is what the indirect message they also express. Yeah, I'm so glad you touched upon all these three challenges. Peer pressure, their identity formation, and first and foremost, the social media. So these are the new modern day challenges that teenagers face, and I'm so glad that it is also coming from discussion with the school principal also. It is not just we as a parents or I as a coach see this, and the same thing you're also experiencing when you deal with teenagers. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing this, sir. Thank you so much for all your inputs. What is it, one message that you want to land in today's discussion for parents?
All the parents and all the teachers, I want to give a message to teachers also. Should always remember that Maslow's hierarchy of needs come before Bloom's taxonomy. So today we are working towards the cognitive development of the child. But before the cognitive development of child comes Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We need to understand the needs that every teenager has, and we need to always fulfill them positively and constantly keep counseling. And when we say counseling, do not try to make the child sit in front of you and do a professional counseling. A personal touch. Okay, you are a mother, be a mother. You are a father, be a father. Just love your child. Just love your child and take each and every question of your child with positive outlook and explain it properly to the teenager so that your life is going to be fruitful and your life is going to be a garden of roses with your child, your teenager. okay, wherein he is going to shower back lots of love to you also. That he or she will feel that I have got wonderful parents who have given me all the necessary inputs when I am in a need of guidance.
Fantastic, sir. You have touched upon importance to the teenagers and giving them the space, allowing them to be seen respectfully, and guiding them, which is more important to navigate this crucial adolescent period and to come out with successful colors. Thank you so much, Ravikant, sir, for being with us here today. Thank you for all the insights that you have shared, and you've touched upon important points on why adolescents, teenagers need guidance, and how we as adults, be it the role of parents or teachers, could play a crucial role here in guiding them. Thank you so much for your time again.
Thank you so much, Varalakshmi ma'am. It was indeed wonderful being on your platform and sharing my ideas and view with you and the team of EQ Shala. I'm grateful for this opportunity and all the best.
Thank you, sir.